Z predicts, Z predicts is the greatest show on the internet. Now let's welcome our host, Z. My name is Z, and welcome back to my world. Today, welcome back to NFL predictions for week number 3. First off, like I said last week, we're going to start doing fantasy updates for these videos every week. So, let's get straight into my fantasy matchup from last week. Alright, so we're here at my fantasy matchup from last week. You know what really pisses me off? That's right, you're looking at it right. I lost by half a fucking point. Half a point. Half a point. Oh my god. Screw you, fantasy. Alright, this is what, let's look at who I started last week. I started Blake Bortles. He did pretty solid, actually. Lamar Miller, alright. Thomas Rawls had another bad week. Didn't even get a point. Point 80. Point 80. Look at my bench, okay? If I would have started Derrick Henry, I could have won. And Derrick Henry only scored 4 points. If I would have started anyone else during that game, I would have won. Instead, we're 1-1. Absolutely believable. And here's what pisses me off too. Look at the opponent's bench. Keenan Allen and Tyler Eifner were starting, and they didn't even play. He beat me with 2 players down. That is unbelievable. Unfreaking acceptable. Courtney Galindo. Alright, so yeah, I started Blake Bortles. It's pretty solid. Lamar Miller, pretty solid. Thomas Rawls, screw you. Larry Fitzgerald, started him. He actually did pretty well. Allen Robertson, absolutely crap. Julius Thomas, alright. DeMarco Murray, alright. Mason Crosby, played like a potato. And I started the Carolina Panthers defense, which actually played really well against the 49ers. And then there's my bench. Roethlisberger, Luck, Snead, Hearns, Henry, Vikings, Derrick Henry. Alright, so here's my startup for this week, okay? So, I made a couple of changes to this bench. I'm starting Ben Roethlisberger this week. Even though Andrew Luck is playing San Diego, he does have that hurt shoulder. Ben Roethlisberger is playing Philadelphia defense. He's getting Marcus Wheaton back. He has Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. I'm pretty sure Le'Veon Bell is coming back this week. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Ben Roethlisberger starting this week. Marco Murray starting this week. Lamar Miller. Larry Fitzgerald and Willie Snead is actually starting this week. I'm actually going to start playing him consistently. Julius Thomas is starting this week. Quincy Enunwa. I actually picked him up just now. He played pretty well his first 2 games. And I think Brandon Marshall's going to be sitting out this week because of his knee, which should give Quincy Enunwa some more targets against the Kansas City defense. So yeah, there's my bench. If Thomas Rawls, if he plays this week, which I highly doubt, and he doesn't do well, I'm dropping him. I'm dropping him for Christine Michael or something. I don't even know. I got Mason Crosby starting again this week. Did he? I might actually drop him for another kicker. I'm going to wait 1 more week, see how he does, and then drop him for another kicker. Then I'm starting Carolina defense over Minnesota. So yeah, that's our week 3 matchup. We're going to win this week, guys. We're going to win this. And we're ranked 7 in the league. Oh, and I also got I actually do have a waiver request for Melvin Gordon for Thomas Rawls. So yeah. Alright, so that's fantasy for week 3. Let's get straight into the predictions. So last week I went 9-7. I actually had a winning record last week. That brings my overall season record to 15 games for predicting wrong. Alright, so I'm going to talk about my 3 games from last week. First game I obviously want to talk about is the Bills and the Jets. Bills actually fired Greg Roman when their defense gave up 37 points to the Jets. I just really hope. I can't wait for the season to be over with already. I absolutely hate Rex and Rob Ryan. I think both of them need to be fired. Unbelievable. I absolutely hate them both. Another game I want to talk about is the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. New England won this one 31-24. Why do I want to talk about this one? Because they lost Jimmy Garoppolo. They're starting their third-string quarterback, Brissett, tonight. And here's the funny thing, too. If Brissett goes down, Julian Edelman's playing quarterback. Yeah, Julian Edelman's playing some quarterback. How about that? Yeah, Patriots did play well. They were up 24-0 against Miami with Jimmy Garoppolo, and then he got hurt, and then all hell broke loose. But they managed to hang on for this one. And the final game I want to talk about is the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Chicago lost 14-29. Watched on Monday Night Football. Oh, God. Fuck you, Jay Cutler. I hate Jay Cutler so much now. I hate this whole Bears team. I lost all faith in my teams. I'm actually going to start rooting for the Carolina Panthers this season. Oh, my God. Like, this is just not even... Alright, so we're going to start Week 3 predictions. The first game, the game tonight, Thursday Night Football, the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. Now, like I said before, 20% is starting for New England, third-string quarterback. Houston is a pretty healthy team. Actually, I don't know if J.J. Watt is playing. Yes, he is, because I remember he got a sack last week. But my boss says this all the time, and he made a really good point about this. New England is the most overrated team. I'll tell you this why. When you look at Tom Brady and Peyton Manning's been to 4 Super Bowls. He's been to 4 Super Bowls with 4 different coaches. That just proves Peyton Manning's a great quarterback right there. And you look at New England and their 5 Super Bowl appearances, they all went with Bill Belichick. All with Bill Belichick. Yeah. But, Bill Belichick is arguably the greatest coach in NFL history. It was not Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the most overrated quarterback of all time. Okay? They can still win without Tom Brady. Just look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He looked like Tom Brady the last 2 weeks, except for last week when he got hurt. But as long as Bill Belichick stays behind that sideline, New England Patriots, you will win. That's all I'm saying. It was never Tom Brady. It was all Bill Belichick. Okay? Just laying that right there. But for this one, I'm going to pick New England Patriots over the Houston Texans only because of Bill Belichick. The next game I'm going to be picking is the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. Oh boy, Cleveland, you lost another quarterback. Fan-freaking-tastic. First it was RG3, then Josh McCown, then their rookie Cody Kessler comes in, then last week, or the other day, what's his name? Corey Coleman broke his hand in practice. Oh, Cleveland. Never change. Never change. Dolphins are going to win this one. Browns, I'm sorry, your franchise is cursed. I'm so sorry. Alright, next game we're going to be talking about is the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders. I'm picking Derek Carr over Marcus Mariota. That offense in Oakland's been playing outstanding. Marcus Mariota, he's a pretty good quarterback, but Oakland over Tennessee. Next game we have the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm picking Baltimore over this one. I do love Blake Bortles and I do love that Jacksonville team, but I think the Ravens are finally healthy again, and the defense is looking pretty good over there in Baltimore. I'm going to pick Baltimore over Jacksonville. Alright, New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Odell Beckham versus Josh Norman. yeah, as you saw right there, pretty heated rivalry between them. I'm going to pick New York over this one. I just don't think Washington is a great team. New York, Victor Cruz, Odell Beckham, and Sterling Shepard, Eli Manning. Oh my God, that is a great duo, right? That's a great quadruple threat right there. New York Giants over Washington Redskins. Odell Beckham will absolutely destroy Josh Norman. Arizona Cardinals at the Buffalo Bills. Arizona, you're going to destroy Buffalo, my friends. You're going to destroy Buffalo. Buffalo, I don't even know what to say. Arizona, you're going to win this one. Carolina Panthers at the Minnesota Vikings. This is my game of the week. Why? Because these two teams are great. Okay, Sam Bradford, though. It is Sam Bradford, but he outplayed Aaron Rodgers. He outplayed Aaron Rodgers last week. I honestly think this is going to be a really close game. That Vikings defense is great. Yes, they lost Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson sucked, though, this season. He's been flat out awful. And frankly, if he was playing this game, I wouldn't see him doing very well either. But I'm picking Carolina in this one only because of Cam Newton. This is my game of the week. This is just going to be a good game. Carolina Panthers over the Minnesota Vikings. Denver Donkeys against the Cincinnati Tigers. Cincinnati Puttycats. Alright. Broncos, you're looking good. Trevor Siemian, looking good. Cincinnati, you're alright. I mean, you really didn't play well against Pittsburgh. I'm picking the Donkeys over the Puttycats. Alright, Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. I'm picking Packers over this one, but very slightly. I hate saying this, but I think Aaron Rodgers might be done. I just don't know what's going on with that offense. I honestly think it's the coach. I think Mike McCarthy might need to be fired if they don't go far in the playoffs this season. I'm picking Aaron Rodgers over Matthew Stafford only because, well, it's Matthew Stafford. But Green Bay Packers over the Detroit Lions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the St. Louis Rams. Did I say St. Louis Rams? I meant Los Angeles Rams. It's never going to change. Famous Jameis over Case Keenum. You know I love him. You know I love Famous Jameis. Alright, Famous Jameis over Case Keenum. Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Screw you, Kaepernick. Russell Wilson against Blaine Gabbert. Blaine fucking Gabbert. Worst starting quarterback in NFL history. Blaine Gabbert. Alright, but all seriously though, I think Russell Wilson's arguably one of the better quarterbacks in the league, if not the best quarterback in the league. I'm picking Seattle over San Francisco in this one. New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs over this one only because of the home field advantage. I think they're two pretty evenly matched teams. I think Alex Smith is a great quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick played great against Buffalo last week, but let's be honest. It's Buffalo. Alright, so Kansas City Chiefs over the New York Jets in this one. Indianapolis Colts and San Diego Chargers. Andrew Luck, Neckbeard versus Felipe Rios. Yeah, Colts are going to win this one only because San Diego's defense is just playing god-awful. I think the Colts will rebound this week and they could start off in the right foot this week. Andrew Luck over Felipe Rios. Pittsburgh Steelers against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm picking Pittsburgh in this one, but let's be honest, Carson Wentz. I love the guy. I think Carson Wentz could be the next Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson if he wanted to be. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh in this one only because I just don't trust Philadelphia's defense just yet. Yes, they scored 29 points off of like a bunch of turnovers last week, but let's be honest. It was Chicago Bears and Jay Cutler. I'm picking Pittsburgh in this one only because Marcus Wheaton and Le'Veon Bell are returning and Big Ben will light them up. Sunday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Dallas, I'm going with Dak Attack in this one. Why? Because the Bears, you suck this year. It's the Bears. We don't know what a quarterback is. I'm picking Dak Attack in this one over the Chicago Bears. New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Drew Brees is basically Jesus reincarnated into a football player. Just look at him. Against Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan. in all seriousness, though, I'm picking New Orleans in this one only because that offense is great. Atlanta's defense, nah. But I think it's going to be a shootout, though. And Drew Brees, you're going to come out on top in this one. Go Breezes.